here. I have just basically got myself up to this point by, one time studying somebody else's work, which happened to be MC Escher and Jeff Darrell and a couple others, and obviously took in a few things others subconsciously, but once I guess not mastered their style, but used it as a transporting device to record my own ideas. I did so, and I would put down different storylines, comic books on a page, nothing laid out or anything. And after spending a lot of time on that area, I've come to large pieces in which I find more self-owning. I'll start here. This one day I just was in the library and just wanted to practice. Just got this out, practice the human anatomy, and just kind of go with where my pencil is taking me, and then get ideas from that. I don't know exactly what's going on here. I guess they've mistaken this human being for a cow or something, and they're probing it, or whatever they do to cattle. Oh, this is taken from, I had this math teacher, very precise guy. He was into, logical people like Spock and whatnot. But I saw him as a hitman, and this is his room here, and looking down there. So I did that when I knew him. Mr. Douglas is quite the guy. Yeah, just a bar scene there. I just basically like recording what's ever going on. For instance, when I started living on my own a couple years ago, I was living with this family, the McCandlesses, and the one guy, he just stayed up all the time and watched TV, endless hours of TV. So this year I've got the TV jumping out at us, because that would be way more exciting than the day-to-day whatever. And they got Linda, the owner, of the house, she was very creative and very decorative. She had plants and really interesting lamps and lots of different things going on around the house. So I just got a few things in there. Glad I did that though. It brings back a lot of memories. And these things are more recent here. I don't know what to say about this other than just at the time I was working, doing construction, interior construction and whatnot, and the guy I was working with, Paul, he was just, I don't know, he was a big writer and did lots of literature and whatnot, and I saw myself being sucked into this whole operation. All my creative abilities were being put into this construction work, and I guess in a way I actually felt like that, trapped for a while. It kind of sucked. I saw myself being sucked into this whole operation. All my creative abilities were being put into this construction work, and I guess in a way I actually felt like that, trapped for a while. It kind of sucked. This here is a friend of mine. No, he's just this pottery maker, and this is his critic here, and they share the same sunglasses, as you can see, or spectacles. And his chest opens up, chain rolls out, wheels roll out, puts them on his tusks, and does a number. And his critic, hey, well that looks good. That's not so good. Yeah, that's good. So he's pretty modernized, but imaginary modernized. So he can do what he likes to do when he wants to do it. Why not? There's poems in there. Hope it will us know. I got to know this comic book store, and the owner, of course. Ernie was his name. And of course, I did this for him, right? For his business cards. And outside, I take things to extreme, like a little dog taking a crap outside the store, old lady, doing something you never expect, giving someone the finger with a whiskey bottle in her carriage there, and then something, like, that's typical, kid asking mother for money. Come on, Ma. There's just a store next store there. What do we got here? Diet Schmiet bread, Happy Cakes, 7th Chuck, Astro Burger, Cubert Pop, Cosmo Chips, stuff like that. That's another Jeff Darrow thing, like interesting, catchy names. This is the boss's son, this character here, and he's getting his workout, and scientists here are just like monitoring his progress, and I think it's humorous, adding in some guy in his underwear just chilling out. I fit in. Why can't I hang out here? And the bird shit powers the whole thing. And if he slacks off, he gets the fan. Oh, this is a guy I met. He's just a mad typist to me because I never actually saw, I'd always ask him, can I see where your work's going? What are you writing? Can I read it? He supposedly has maybe he does, who knows, has the world's has the problems all worked out for the world. And he's going to start this in BC, and it's going to move from there and just gradually branch its way all over the world, and everybody's going to go, yay, holding hands all around the world. It's going to be this big hippie congregation of happiness. And so I liked him at the time when I drew this, but we're doing a lot of my work subconsciously, like I was saying before. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was recording what was around me, and he's doing his work here. It's just being refined, and eventually burned. So now that's the way I look at it. His work can burn. I'm not saying I'll go over there and burn his work, but that's just the theme there. The mad typist. None of the work seems to make sense. It's just PUKLMX. So you can just. This guy was on like a video. It'd be just like crazy, man. X P Q. Nothing quite working out for him. And that's the way I felt, because he never let me really see any of his work. Oh, this here is a combination of two things. I call this guy the concentrator, the thinker, and you can look at it this way. There's like a guy here. What's happening? There's not much to say about that. Sometimes, you gotta practice and sketch so things get done. Oh, this is more this new age kind of thing I've been working on. This metaphorical, symbolic, human, symbolizing like living in the ditches, living in the gutter. But that's why I've got this little paper saying help, like give me some money, But his appearance kind of tells you that. He's got his yellow teeth and red lines showing like pain, This kind of sucks, but I gotta deal with it. And this here is when I kind of caught on to that whole motif, actually, that these are kind of these monsters and ghouls coming up from the ground. It's funny how aliens and monsters